Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Yahweh be in the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah be in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Now we're going to get into this Antichrist. Antichrist, the locking. Got to get it in on the plantation. Salakia. Now we getting into the Antichrist because these people want to make it seem like it's some mysterious man or politician that's gonna pop out of nowhere and start taking over the world. Which these people already got power over the world, and it's going into that. The rulers of the world. You see, that's why when you go into Jeremiah 28:8, it say we prophesying against countries and great kingdoms. We're not prophesying against no one man who is some antichrist. You see, when you go into First Thessalonians, they say the man of sin, but that man is really talking about a whole nation. Because let's go ahead and get that first. Salakia. Let's get that first, and then we're gonna go into the Antichrist. First Thessalonians, because this is where a lot of people go when they talking about the Antichrist. You Christians run to this verse, try to make it seem like it's a man. So let no man deceive you by any means. So see, when they say that, they jump on it. For that day shall not come except they come and fall away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. See, he's trying to say it's just a man. It says, then in verse 4 it talks about how he exalted himself and showed himself to be God. So he finna act like he God. But look at verse, where is it? Look at verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. So this thing was already under play. This Antichrist, this son of perdition, was already at play. This ain't some crap that's going to come up at the end of the world, see. Because just because they say in verse 3, for that day shall not come. So just because it's talking about that day, that don't eliminate verse 7, which say the mystery of iniquity already worked. See, when Paul was writing this, he was writing to the Thessalonians. They were living in Thessalonica, and the people was ruling over Thessalonica, who ruling the world now. It's the same people. You see, it already was at work. It say only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. So not only was it the man of sin, see, the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, but in verse 8 it called it that wicked. So it's not just talking about some charismatic leader that's going to pop out of nowhere before that day come. You see, it's talking about that wicked. What is that wicked? It's talking about something in the past. When you say that, you going into the past now. Something that was already called wicked. That's why it says already at work. So let's go into this Antichrist situation. You look at 1 John 2:18, it tell you clearly. It said, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come. Even now, see, when John was under the Romans, and who he was calling the devil, who he was calling the synagogue of Satan, see, who threw him in prison, he was calling these people the Antichrist. He said, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. You see, we see that they ruling, and we know they're gonna have the last rulership. You see, look at Second John 1:7. For many deceivers, this is what the Antichrist is gonna be doing, deceiving people. And as many are entered into the world. See, it's that wicked. There are many of them, but we gonna get into that wicked. They entered into the world and took over the world, who confess not that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is come in the flesh. That's another key part. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. So they saying that, oh, he didn't come in, it ain't about the flesh. See, this is what the antichrist gonna be deceiving people with. It's not about the flesh. See, y'all focusing on the flesh. It's not about the flesh. But let Apostle Paul elaborate on what John was saying. Verse 3, Romans 9 say, for I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. See, this is what this thing was for. It's according to the flesh. And what flesh? Who are Israelites? See, the Antichrist was going to come in and say, oh, it ain't about no flesh. And he didn't come in, it wasn't about how he came in the flesh. It was about what he did in the spirit. See, it says, who are Israelites who pertain to the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises, who are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh. See, this is what the Antichrist is going to be pushing. It's not about the flesh, but it's concerning the flesh. See, he didn't come in the flesh. He didn't come representing his fresh fleshly family. And he going to team up with his fleshly family who is going to be kings and priests with him. No, that ain't what it's about. But it say, whom as concerned the flesh, Mashiach came. He came for the family. He said, who is over all, God bless forever among. Amen. Then verse 6 lets you know it's about the flesh, but it's about those that's in the spirit. See, those, first you got to be an Israelite, but then it ain't all of Israel. It's the Israel that's following the spirit. Not as though the word of God has taken none effect. See, not that the prophecies didn't pick the Israelites, but it said that they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. And that's going to take us to chapter 11 and verse 7. It said, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. See, all of Israel is not going to get it. It's going to be Israelites that's going to be blinded. Look at verse 8. According to as it is written, God hath forsaken them with the spirit of slumber, their eyes that they should not see, with ears that they should not hear unto this day. So that's what that Second Thessalonians was talking about in verse 3. It said, let no man deceive you by any means, but that they should not come, except they come a falling away first. See, it was going to be Israelites that was going to fall away and be deceived by the man of sin. It was going to be deceived by the Antichrist. You see? And let's get into that wicked. Who was that wicked in the Bible? Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom says, we are in Paris, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them, Edom, the border of wickedness. See, that's the wicked he talking about. That wicked that been called the wicked in Malachi, that's been called the wicked in Psalms, that's been called the wicked in Esther, that's been called the wicked in Azariah. See, that's been called the wicked all through the Bible. Even when Esau was trying to kill Jacob for his blessing, they was the wicked. And the people, the nation, against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So they was going to come into the world. They was going to be into the world and be taken over the world at the end. Look at 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. It say, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So they was going to come at the end. See, that day shall not come unless Esau, who is the end of the world, is revealed. He has to be revealed so that his world can come to an end. It can expose him for being the Antichrist. That he put his picture up and showed everybody that he was God and he was God's son and he was the Israelites. He had to be revealed. Job 9:24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, Job called them the wicked. And where Job was at? There was a man in the land of Uz. See, he was amongst the Edomites. He was living in the land of the Edomites. That Uz going to the son of Esau. So he was in the land of the Edomites, and the earth was given into their hand. That's why I say Esau is the end of the world. You see, so this is who this Antichrist is all about. Let's see if we can go back into that. So it says again, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come, even now. Why the Romans got me in jail? Why these Edomites got me in jail? See, these Edomites is ruling right now. There are many Antichrists, many Edomites flowing up and down. That's deceivers and against Yahweh Shah. We're going to let's get Revelation. Since we're talking about John, is it 2? Yeah, 2 and 10. He said, fear none of the things which you shall suffer. Behold, the devil, see, the deceiver. See, these deceivers that's throwing people into prison. See, they police station. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. See, this is who the devil was. Look at verse 9. He said, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan. So those individuals who's ruling the world, they gonna be saying that they the Israelites. They gonna put themselves up and show themselves to be Israel, and they gonna be the synagogue of Satan. They gonna be the devil to throw you in the prison. They gonna be the Antichrist, man. There was many of them, even in John's day. So that crap that they talking about is a lie. Let's see here. He said, where is it? Is it in Thessalonians? Yeah, let's go. Thessalonians 2 and 11. Look at what it says. It says, for this cause God shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. And see, the nation of Edom is a strong delusion. Is why how the 2/3 is gonna be blinded. He's sending Esau to him. Look at Psalms, what is it, 17:13. It say, oh, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is your sword. See, they the ones that's the sword of the Lord. They the strong delusion. They the Antichrist that's going to blind the 2/3, that's going to blind Israel that is not of Israel. That's the elect. That's not of the remnant. He going to be the one to deceive them. See, he going to be that spirit of slumber that's going to blind their eyes and their ears. Look at verse 14. From men which are your hand. See, God is using them like his hand. O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in this life. That's why I say Esau is the end of the world. Because this world is ran by Esau. And whose belly you filleth with your treasure. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babe. That's why the slave master children was receiving the property that he lived on. See, they didn't during after slavery create their own operation. They was living up right on their forefathers' land. It was a wealth transfer. Like right now in 2023, there's a huge wealth transfer going to the children of the slaves and the children of these business owners. See, because they 70, 80 years old and now they transferring all their money to their children. Because they ruling the world, they the one running the government and the businesses and the major countries with the global currencies, the dollar, the pound, and the euro. See, these are the Antichrist and the slave doctrine that it's gonna be some politician to pop up out of nowhere. That's coming from the slave master. See, he created that crap. See, that's a delusion, a deception that he gonna be running. Oh, it's some politician that's just gonna pop up out of nowhere and take over the world. No, the Edomites gonna be ruling the world, and their elites is gonna attack the Israelites. That's what they coming with the seed here. They coming with the digital dollar, the grain of rice that they want to put in your hand, and all kind of other technology that they gonna create miracles with and deceive people. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. The honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.